What's good, y'all? It's your boy, the Rich Kid, and this is the Rich Kid Chronicles. Today, we got a little tutorial going on for you. So, what we're doing is I'm doing a low drop fade with a little bit of a blowout, texture up top. Let me know what y'all think. Here we go. Okay, so we're starting off the haircut by debulking. I like to debulk with a 2-guard open, just kind of building shape all around the head. So we're just going around right now, removing all that excess hair. That's gonna make it easier for me to put in my guidelines and my bald line once all this bulk is off. Now we're gonna quickly move into debulking, taking out my gold FXs. Kind of got them customed out with a little bit of a white and green effect. Just like to be a little bit different sometimes. Kind of skip the process of clearing off the bulk at the bottom. Again, just going in with my liner, creating that shape. We're doing a little bit of a drop fade here. Now we're just gonna hit them with the shaver real quick, get it real razor bald. And as you can see, if you can tell, I'm not going straight up to the line. I know it kind of looks like I am, but I'm flicking out once I'm getting towards that area. That way I'm not really creating any harsh guidelines. The softer the guideline, the easier it is to take it out, especially when it comes to the shaver. I know a lot of people, sometimes they get a little bit stuck. They bring that bald line all the way up to the top and then end up having a nightmare taking it out. So now we're going in with the lever open, and this is my first guideline. We're going to do this all around the head. And if you can tell, I'm going in with the shape that I've created with my bald line. And that's going to give it that nice drop effect once the fade is completely finished. Just taking my time, really. Now moving in with the 1-guard open, and the same effect going with the shape of the head. Again, my guideline is probably about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. We're just making sure that everything is even. Clean guidelines equals a clean fade. I find sometimes, if you go in and you don't really make those guidelines nice and clean, it just leads to a sloppy fade. And then this is my last guideline, 2-guard open. And this, I'm not really trying to create much of a guideline per se. Really just trying to flick in towards the bulk. But honestly, the rest where there's a lot more bulk at the top, I usually go in with clipper over comb anyway. So I usually take care of all of the bulk above that. And before I go into clipper over comb, since I have the 2-guard in my hand, I just like to close it up just to soften that guideline that I made. Now we're going in clipper over comb. I can kind of just explain this by going in on a 45-degree angle. And I like to open up the lever. I feel like it's good at creating texture while being a little bit safer than going in with the lever fully closed. And here I'm just really creating shape. That's just the idea behind it. Just like it, almost like even doing an afro, you're just really shaping the hair. My client's looking for a drop fade, but again, he's kind of going in that blowout fashion. So I'm just angling my clipper, or the comb I should say, to give it that flared effect. Now I'm going in with my 1-guard open, And I'm really just trying to lighten up that guideline. I left off with that 2. I know for some, maybe they would like to go in with the 1.5 guard before they go to the 1 guard, but I typically like to use my half guards, 1.5 and 0.5, towards the end of the fade to kind of clean things up. Now I'm going in with the 1 guard closed, and I'm just again softening up that middle line so I can go ahead and attack it with the lever open once I'm finished blending this out. The idea is to try and not create any hard lines while I'm blending these areas out. But again, like I said, because I don't go and use my half guards right away, any lines that I see, I'll be cleaning them up once I'm finished my my process. Now we're going with the lever open, and this is where I'm trying to attack that middle line without creating much of a guideline. And this is the portion of the fade where I actually like to fade in sections. I find when I'm trying to take out the bottom line, I just have an easier time dealing with it a section at a time. So at this point, we're going in with the lever halfway open, and again, we're just really trying to lighten up that line. And lastly, we're gonna go in with that lever closed to knock out that bottom line completely. There is a little bit of a dark area towards the corner there, but again, I'm gonna go at that with my half guard. And as you can see, that bottom line is coming out very easily. And we're just gonna repeat those same steps right here in the back. Again, I do like to fade in sections. I feel like once the back is a more dense area, so taking care of it section by section allows you to really focus in on that area and make sure that it's completely blended out. And again, like I said, now I'm going to go in with my 0.5 guard. I like to start off open, and this is more of just lever play. I go in open and kind of adjust as I see fit, just play around with the lever. Really just detailing the fade. And here I'm going through in sections as well, just lightening everything up. And as you can see, the fade is really starting to come together now. And now we're going at it with the 1.5 guard. And this is just to lighten up a little bit of that darkness towards the top area of the fade. And if you notice that the beard is starting to lighten up as the video is going, I tend to like to work on the beard as I'm fading. Kind of speeds up the workflow. If you notice my colleague Josh in the background talking to me, it's kind of an ongoing debate in the shop. We want to know who's the king of R&B. A lot of people have been saying, it's Chris Brown, which I tend to agree with. Had a few people, say some crazy stuff. We've heard Bruno Mars. We've heard R. Kelly. We all know about what happened with R. Kelly. Now we're just going in with the liner and just tightening up the back of the beard there. And just edging up the C cup. Get it nice and crisp. Doing the same thing on the other side. Forgive me if I don't get all the perfect angles. I'm still getting used to being in frame. Now we're just saturating the client's hair. Get ready for the scissor work up top. Again, he's going for more of a flared out look, so that's how we're going to be cutting it. What I did there at the beginning was just showing my client how much I'll be taking off. That is, it's good practice for everybody that's in the game, and if you're just meeting clients for the first time, before you get to chopping, even if it's a length that you'd agreed upon, just show them in the mirror, just so that they're aware of how much that you're planning to take off. And I'm just going all around the head with this. Each section I'm taking hair from the previous section and creating a traveling guideline. And I'm just roughing up the hair to kind of see how it sits. Now I'm taking vertical sections. And this is more of cross-checking to just ensure that the length is all the way even, all the way around the head. Perfect. Now we're going in with the diffuser. My client doesn't really have curly hair, but this is just to give it that rough look and that textured look, especially when he's going for that blown out, flared effect. Now I'm going in with my texturizing shears, really just tightening up the fade, blending it in, and just bringing everything together. Alright, so now we're going to be working on the beard, going in with the beard comb on my babyliss blow dryer. I like to use warm air so it doesn't burn the client's skin, and it really just allows you to shape the beard so much better once the hair is completely blow dried straight. Now we're just shaping it. Client's trying to keep as much length as possible while still having a nice shape to his beard. just trimming the mustache down with a 1.5. I find that's one of the best lengths for gentlemen that are trying to keep their beard longer and have a full dark mustache look. And now we're just lining everything up. We are going to be using the blade, so this is just a very light edge up just to create shape. Ensure whatever side of the mustache you're working on, you're standing in front of it. Shout out to Chris Bossio. I'm going in with that Tomb 45 shave gel. Been using it for years now. Fan favorite of mine. I typically don't use my straight razor like this. This is just me trying to get the best angles I can. Like I said, I'm still working on it. Don't crucify me, guys. Going in on the other side. And all I can say when it comes to using the straight razor is stretch the skin and angle the blade. Under the nose by the mustache area is another sensitive spot.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Ensure that you stretch the skin as well. And now I'm just doing a final touch up with the scissors, cleaning up everything. That's it, guys. That's the cut. Let me know what you think.